While most of us just had the snow to deal with, some people in Monroe woke up to this ordeal. Their street turned into an icy river due to flooding from ice jams. Topping our news at 6, most people just aren't prepared to deal with freezing cold water up to their waists or up to the windows of their vehicles.
We've been bringing you remarkable images all day from Sky 4 and on the ground. The water coming from the River Raisin after ice jams formed. One woman even had to be rescued from her swamped car. Sean Lay is live in Monroe tonight. Sean, have things improved any out there at all today?
A little bit, and we want to show people why the water was flowing into some neighborhoods here. Right behind me, that's the River Raisin, full of ice. Just look at that. An unbelievable sight, side to side, top to bottom, all the way downstream. Well, listen, the River Raisin still flows underneath all that ice, sometimes hits big chunks of ice, and the ice dams up the river. And the water has to go somewhere, and today it did. From Sky 4, you can see how a driver got stuck in rising, icy floodwaters more than a block away from the River Raisin. Cell video showing a firefighter trying to use a ladder to get the woman out of water that is deeper than it looks and rising. Monroe police body camera now showing the rescue. The woman tells me that now she is okay. Floodwater, surrounding cars, ice, locking them in. The water and ice, a rude awakening for Jacob Butler.
I woke up to go to work this morning, and when I came out, it was completely flooded. And I took a couple steps forward and realized I was completely submerged up to my knee. So I turned around and I had to call in to work, tell them I can't make it today.
Savannah Snyder scooping freezing water out of her car that she's hoping is not ruined. She needs her car.
My hands are freezing and I'm cold and I don't want to be doing this.
By noon, the water was waist high before the river crested. Some streets in Monroe take on floodwaters, but water hasn't risen this high on streets in some time. The ice on the river is a foot thick or more.
It dams the water, and then you start to have a backup of it, is what ends up happening. And the biggest affected areas become these areas here. And it can go as far all the way up to about Telegraph Road.
Absolutely remarkable. Again, looking live at the River Raisin and all of that ice. I'm looking at the riverfront homes here. They're completely dry. The riverfront drive right in front of me, pretty much dry, a couple inches of water there. It's the water from here going up this way into some of the streets. So neighbors there are watching the water creep closer to their homes. They're hoping their basements don't get wet. A few people do say they've got some water there. And then the concern is another storm. How about some rain? And when all this starts to melt. We're live in Monroe tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Really unbelievable pictures there, Sean. We appreciate it.